Welcome back, guys. I trust you've been staying safe, and please, you should stay safe. There are a lot of crazy people out there. Now, here in Ghana, West Africa, on the 30th of November, he's not a gentleman. A man was caught with the head of a young lady in his possession, freshly decapitated, and he was arrested accordingly as required by law. Investigations would start, and witnesses, onlookers, gossips, people who want to take advantage, and any other person who felt relevant and concerned and knowledgeable enough to chip in have chipped in. And the case, although still unfolding, is just too gruesome for me not to take on a personal level, although I actually tried not to, but I can't help it in this case. This is the true crime story about how a Nigerian man who is resident in Ghana, West Africa, has beheaded a young lady, purportedly for ritual purposes. If you are ready for this ride, please buckle up and let's go. So, life was going on normally on the 30th of November 2022 at the Spintex Road in Accra, the capital of Ghana, West Africa. But suddenly, news started to circulate and trend that a young man who would turn out to be Nigerian had been arrested in possession of the head of a young female, which had been decapitated off her body. This was very crazy and difficult to believe, but for the fact that there was actually videos circulating of him being escorted by the police carrying the head of this person. Now, at True Crimes Cafe, we do our very best not to take some of the cases or all of the cases that we touch on personally, but trust you me, human as we are, sometimes looking at the case at hand, the nature of it, how gruesome it is, and how unpathetic some culprits are, it's actually quite difficult sometimes not to do that. Forgive me if in the course of this video you find me being a bit emotional and taking it personal, because I just can't understand why somebody will be driven to be this wicked and callous towards another life, and a woman for that matter. Now, this man, who has since been allegedly identified as Dennis, was arrested by the Ghana police whilst in possession of this human head. There are two narratives out there, and I told you in my intro that this story is still unfolding. So we are waiting for the facts from the police. But the fact that has already been established is that he was found in possession of the head or the decapitated head of a young female who has also been identified as Ghanaian. And further checks in his room revealed that he had her body there and that he had tied her body in a mattress. This is just crazy. Honestly, this is just crazy. How do you go from starting your day normally, brushing your teeth, having your breakfast, preparing on how to hustle, to ending up decapitating another human being, a woman for that matter, and then stuffing her body in your mattress and trying to find your way around with her head? So the next logical question that was triggered is why? Although this guy has been arrested and is being processed for court, the rumors out there are indicating that this guy killed this lady for ritual purposes. Initially, the people who came out, some of them were saying that, oh, she is his girlfriend. But another narrative is circulating that she's actually not his girlfriend, but rather she's a sex worker who he contracted for sexual purposes. They executed accordingly, and when they were done, he then resorted to doing this to her. And I still don't understand, honestly. Further on, people are insinuating that he did this for ritual purposes. If you are watching this video and you are not aware of some of the cultures here in Africa, please note that here in Africa, ritual murders are quite prevalent. There are some people who believe that by sacrificing another human being, you could use that person or parts of the person, usually the head or other sensitive areas of the person's body, as per what your spiritual doctor or herbalist would ask for. You can use those parts to trigger spiritual elements that would grant you enormous wealth. Personally, I think this is stupid. Yeah, I will not mince my words. I think this is stupid because for you, the guy going about your life using somebody as a ritual so you get rich, are you ready to be used as a ritual as well so somebody else gets rich? Obviously, your normal instinct for survival will say no. But if you know that it's not something you want to do, why then do you decide to use somebody for that? I think it's stupid. I think it's a route chosen by lazy people who are not ready to break a sweat to earn their keep. And more, there are different forms of these things coming up. Some might not involve murder, but some might resort to scam, popularly called 419 here in Africa. But back to the case at hand. This is what has happened. And the narratives, as I told you, are two. We are waiting for police to complete their investigations and the court to come out. But this man has beheaded this lady, and preliminary interrogation revealed allegedly that he is actually claiming, guess what? He's claiming that he killed the lady out of self-defense. He decapitated her out of self-defense. And the little knowledge I have in law tells me that when it comes to self-defense, the force you apply to defend yourself must be of equal measure as the force that your assailant was actually trying to exert on you. So, looking at this young lady who obviously cannot match up to this guy in strength, how dare he try to plead self-defense? To what extent and of what magnitude was the force that was being applied by this lady that the only way this able-bodied young man could defend himself was to decapitate her? Yes, I'll wait. If you can give me one answer, leave that in the comment section. I just can't understand this, and I'm waiting for how he would have a lawyer try to prove this on his behalf. It should be thrown out immediately in court because it's obvious that he had ulterior motives in executing this, and it seems like it was quite well planned. Now, of the two narratives, they extend in this direction, allegedly. That one, somebody is saying that he killed her and then he cut off some parts of her body. He put them in a bag, a poly bag or a polythene bag. He got into a taxi, and then part of the polythene bag got torn, and the taxi driver noticed that there are human parts in it, and he raised an alarm, and this guy was arrested. I find this to be a bit of a stretch, but not an impossible occurrence. And then the second thing that is being peddled out there is that after he killed her in his house, some people heard the noise. They came over to inquire and they saw what had happened. That is also a possibility. But all in all, this guy has committed this gruesome act. And kudos to whatever the facts are, the people who played key roles in bringing this guy to book in those facts. Now, I'm trusting that the Ghana police and the judicial system would also do their job as they've always been doing to bring this guy to book and make him serve the maximum sentence. I'm expecting that although he's a Nigerian citizen, his country, especially looking at the gruesome nature of his crime, would actually not try to intervene and would leave him to suffer the full rigors of the laws in Ghana. But he is not the first person to be caught up in these things. Like I said, ritual murders are becoming prevalent, and usually the targets are kids and women. If you are watching this here in Ghana or in Africa, don't think that you are never a possible victim. Always be careful of people you associate with. Be careful of the times you move alone at night. Be careful of even the people in your neighborhood whom you don't know and how you associate with them. If what they are saying is accurate, this lady and this guy actually spent a night together. And little did she know that this was what he had planned for her in the morning. I think that makes more sense than his case of self-defense, which I will never buy. But back to my point, keep an eye out, stay safe. A bit of paranoia is not bad, especially if it keeps you alive. That's on the lighter side. But seriously, that is also a factual statement. I beg to differ if you don't agree with me. In conclusion, I hope that the family of this victim can find the strength to actually move on. I hope she's given a befitting burial. I'm not going to judge her based on whatever alleged profession they are saying she was into, especially since it's not confirmed. And even if it was, I'm not going to judge her on my channel because it doesn't warrant what this guy has done. And I'm here to address the gruesome crime that he has committed. But stay safe out there. Keep an eye out. Keep a bit of paranoia around you. It's your survival instinct trying to guide you. It doesn't mean that you are crazy. And for those of you who have subscribed to the channel, helping us to hit 300 subscribers, thank you so much. I'm grateful. The target is to actually hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of this month, or the end of this year, technically that is it. So please, if you already subscribed when you are watching this, thank you for returning back to support. Hit the like button, turn on post notifications, but then you can share the link to the video and our other videos at our channel with the other people in your circles. Aside helping our channel to grow, we are also making sure that we give out tips that can also help you stay safe. And you have no idea who is in your circle that this could save. So don't sit on it. I know you enjoy the content, but don't enjoy it alone. There is enough for everybody. So spread the word, share the links, and leave your comments in the comment section. Let's have a dialogue on this, especially if this whole concept of ritual killings is new to you. You can leave your questions in the comment section. I will give you more answers on whatever you want to know about what is going on down here in some countries in Africa as far as ritual murders are concerned. And also, if you are not yet subscribed and you are watching the video, I thank you too, but please do us a favor and hit the subscribe button. It goes a long way to boost our channel and also help us grow. Thank you for the support, and as always, stay safe out there.